Are you a U.S. citizen abroad looking to vote in the elections? Under federal law, U.S. citizens living abroad are entitled to certain protections if they request their ballot through the federal postcard application, a special form only used by members of the U.S. military and U.S. citizens overseas during elections. One of these protections is a backup ballot, called a Federal Write-In Absentee Ballot, or a FWAB. As a voter abroad, do you need this backup ballot? Well, it depends on your situation. If you vote in a state that requires you to mail your ballot back, you may need a federal backup ballot to help guarantee your vote. Likewise, if you must mail in your ballot request form, depending on your country and how close the submission is to the election, considering sending a backup ballot simultaneously. If you still need to submit your ballot request by September for the general election, this may be a good option for you. The backup ballot is an option provided under federal law specifically for voters abroad who are concerned they won't receive their official ballot in time to return it by the deadline. Assuming your local election official receives and accepts your overseas absentee ballot request, also called an FPCA, on time, states must send official ballots to overseas voters at least 45 days before an upcoming election. However, you don't have to wait until ballots go out. You can send a backup ballot at any time during the calendar year before the election. First, if you still need to submit your ballot request form or FPCA, go to votefromabroad.org and do it now. We highly recommend you submit your ballot request electronically via email, upload, or fax if your state allows it. Again, if you must mail your ballot request in and we are within weeks of the election date, consider sending a backup ballot at the same time. If you know your local election official has accepted your ballot request and your state requires you to mail in your voted ballot, a backup ballot may be your best option to ensure your ballot arrives on time. However, if your state has any electronic means of returning your ballot, we highly recommend you use it. It is the fastest and most assured way your local election office will receive your ballot by the deadline. Don't know if you need a backup ballot? Do you have the option to return your ballot electronically but need help determining how? Our experts can help. Vote From Abroad has trained experts available during scheduled Zoom the Vote help desk sessions and by appointment. Scan the QR code to see our schedule or request an appointment. So, you have determined you need a backup ballot. These are the basic steps for submitting a backup ballot. You should use this as a companion to the FAQ on our website about completing the backup ballot, which can be found here. First, find your official overseas absentee ballot request form. The answers on your backup ballot must match your request exactly. To access the backup ballot, you can use the link on our website, which leads to FWAP.gov, the official U.S. government website that can produce the special ballot. You can also access the form at this link, check out the instructions, and agree to the privacy statement to begin. After you select your voting state and jurisdiction, you must choose your voting classification. For the backup ballot to be counted, the information on it must match exactly your previous absentee ballot request form. Some states allow overseas voters to use the backup ballot to vote in all state and local elections, while some restrict your vote to federal elections only. The website will tell you here which races you can vote in. Write this information down so you'll know which races to include later on. Even though the website offers the option to register to vote, it's tricky and it's geared towards the U.S. military. However, this part is completed if you have submitted your ballot request via votefromabroad.org. Finally, you can check to request future ballots here too. It can't hurt. Now remember all that address and contact information you entered in your original absentee ballot request form? You get to enter it again here, and it has to match exactly. So check your records. Now for the exciting part, voting your ballot. The pink box at the top of this page will tell you if ballots have been certified in your state. If yes, candidates will be pre-filled for you. Otherwise, you'll need to write in your candidates. If you need to write in your candidates, just type in the candidate's name for each office listed, or you can type in the party if it is a general election and not a primary election. Use this pre-form section for special federal elections and state and local elections. Check your notes from the prior step for which races you are eligible to vote for. If you're unsure or your official ballot typically doesn't include state elections, limit your vote to federal races. You'll have the chance to confirm your choices and then another opportunity to review your ballot before you print it. Be sure to take the time to make sure your ballot reflects your vote. You're almost done. Now download and print your PDF ballot package. Then download and print your envelope template, which has the address pre-printed too, so there's no chance of making a mistake. Your ballot PDF package includes essential instructions on submitting your ballot. You must follow them to the letter to ensure your ballot counts. Be sure to review and sign your voter information sheet. What you'll need: your printed instructions and a signed voter information sheet and a ballot security envelope, and a mailing envelope. Pro tip: if you can't print envelopes from your computer, you can print the envelope templates on plain paper and then glue them securely to a regular envelope. Now place your official backup ballot, and only the ballot, in the envelope marked security envelope. Note: including anything else in the security envelope disqualifies your ballot. Finally, put your security envelope, your signed and dated voter information, and your instructions to the election officials in the mailing envelope. If necessary, folding the security envelope is okay. You can address an envelope yourself or use the printed mailing envelope template. Either way, the envelope must include 1. The election office address, 2. Your return address, and 3. The text ballot enclosed for month, year. Example: 11/24 election. The text: official absentee balloting material. Don't forget to write USA to complete the address. Mailing from abroad requires using international postage stamps. Whether using the mailing envelope template or hand addressing your envelope, your ballot won't be delivered without it. Place international stamps right over the message U.S. postage paid before mailing. If you can afford it, you can spring for your local post equivalent of overnight or express mail. You can also use an express mail courier service, but just be sure to use your election office's street address and not a post box. Dropping your mailing envelope off at a consulate is also an option, but this can be slow, and it depends on the U.S. mail as well, and there's no guarantee your ballot will get to the state election office by the deadline. Ask your local U.S. consulate or embassy for their suggested latest drop-off and entrust your ballot to them significantly earlier than that date. Congratulations on mailing your backup ballot. You preserved your right to vote in the event your mailed official state ballot arrives after the U.S. election. If you receive your ballot in time to submit it before the deadline, fill it out and send it as well. If both ballots reach your election office in time, only your official ballot will be counted. Remember to check our website, votefromabroad.org, for the full instructions, and contact us if you have any questions. We're here to help, and remember, your vote counts.